So, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. This is your brother Yahweh Call from GMS Orlando, and just back with another Lord willing, uplifting exhortation. Because I was just meditating conversation that I was having, that I had with a Jake just yesterday. Which me and this Jake, we be in the gym chopping it up. We just be talking about some things oftentimes. And some of the things we be talking about from time to time, which me knowing what I know, but there's a lot of Jake, because the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai is out there. The Lord pouring out the spirit upon all flesh. Scripture say that the Lord's incorruptible spirit is in all things. So, we're just in a day and age where things are happening. Like I said, those of us in the know, we, for the most part, can put the pieces together, because people in the world, they can't figure it out what's going on. So I'll be having a conversation with this Jake from time to time, where we just be talking about, because we're in an age where, the tables are turning. Like the scripture say, the whole foundations of the earth are out of course. Everything is backwards. And beautiful times to those of us. All right. I'll get this real quick in Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down. So that's the point. All right, the Lord turning things upside down, which things are already upside down. So in that sense, the Lord's really turning things right side up, and that's in our favor. All right, because again, we're in a time where, the day and age where, I said this before the other day about how, well, actually, no, I didn't. I was having a conversation with someone else, actually. Just going into how, we're in an age where, because for the past 5-6 decades, it's been about the man, because one thing about men, we're always held to a high standard. We're always held accountable. And for the longest, these women have just been able to pretty much just do whatever they want without suffering the repercussions, where we're in a day and age where women are starting to be held accountable, and they don't like that shit. But it's tough cookie. All right. Because again, the Lord's making things right. And I was, like I said, having a conversation with this Jake, man. We talk about these things, because again, in this age where you got the MGTOW movement, men going their own ways and things like that, things of that nature, right? In this day and age, women are being called out for their bullshit. All right, and just things like that, because it's just like, man, like I said, for the longest, the blame has been on men. Men ain't shit, this and that, such and such. But just seeing how the Lord is operating, just seeing how the Lord is moving, Second Edges 6-9. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it. And I like to meditate on that, because, like the scriptures say, and I'm gonna be quoting a lot of scriptures, because I got this phone I dropped last week, man, and it's giving me hell. This shit's going haywire. So I'm gonna try my best to pull some scriptures, but I'm gonna quote a lot of scriptures as well. The scriptures also talk about blessed is the man that sees the downfall of his enemies, roughly paraphrasing. You see, so the fact that we're in the midst of this beast, we're in the midst of Esau, the downfall of Esau, the downfall of this beast is beautiful. Like I said, people can see that things are happening, things are going on, and it's to a point where now where everyone's talking about prophecy. Everyone wants to quote the Bible, right? I always talk about these wannabe TikTok prophets, right? You know, everyone all of a sudden is an expert in the Bible. Everyone wants to talk about end time prophecies and things of that nature, you know, because it's a hot topic. You know, again, beautiful times that we're in, you know. Nevertheless, let me get back on point because I kind of veered off a little bit, but a part of, like I said, just like I was saying, with the conversation that I had, the specific topic that we were talking about yesterday, me and this Jake at the gym, as far as the power of men, the man, and even more specifically the Israelite man, you know, because to you brothers, man, you know, you possess more power than you think. You know, you possess more power than you think, than you know. You know, which, you know, it makes sense why Esau, he had to bind a strong man. He had to take down the Israelite man, and it was all through the Lord. You know, that's why as long as there's an Israelite man around, there's always going to be a threat to Esau's society. You know, even when it comes to 2/3, because we know Esau, he's going to come after the prophets. You know, he's going to come after the prophets. As a matter of fact, let me get this. In Revelation 12, verse 12, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. I'm sorry, Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman. And this dragon, talking about that old serpent called the devil, all right, which that spirit that's in Esau today, that same spirit that was in, you know, the serpent back in the garden. That's that same spirit that's in Esau today. You know, so that's why he's referred to as that old devil, that old Salaki, that old serpent, you know, which is a full-blown dragon now, you know, just a full-blown beast, right? It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. Who was this woman? Well, just the past two videos, you know, just I was touching on how Israel is likened unto a woman. In my previous videos, you know, so I was talking about us, all right, the faithful bride, Lord willing. It says it went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. All right, because again, and to quote a quote by Marcus Aurelius, you know, like I've said, you know, I quote a lot. I've been watching a lot of these guys, which I believe they're Jakes, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, so on and so forth. But one of the quotes being that time reveals truth. You know, time reveals truth. You see, and that's the problem that Esau has, the top wicked elites. All right, you know, that's why they were wroth with the women. All right, you know, because like I said, as long as there's a Israelite man around, there's always going to be a threat to his society. All right, to his kingdom. You know, because with that being said, truth outshines the darkness. You know, truth outshines the darkness, man. And that's how Esau has been able to operate for so long, you know, which really is a short time, but he's been able to operate the way that he's been able to operate, all right, out of darkness. You know, Esau, he profits out of that darkness. He profits out of lies and things of that nature, where the truth is out there and he's being exposed. You know, that's why eventually he's going to have to make his move to shut us up, which ultimately that's going to be the Lord. But, you know, eventually Esau's going to have to do something. All right. And he's going to make his move on the prophets, Lord willing, sooner than soon. You know, 'cause that's what it's going to boil down to, man. You know, the elites on the right hand and the elites on the left hand. You know, that's what it's going to boil down to. That's what this thing is coming down to. You know, and quite frankly, again, to make the point that, you know, you Israelites, you brothers, you have more power than you possess, man. Because everything, Lord willing, well, that number is operating off of our vibration. Well, I'll say everything is operating off of the vibration of the elect waking up. This is why things are happening. This is why some of us believe that the elect are already sealed. It's just a matter of them being, you know, shaping and molding, all right? You know, until we all come into the unity of the faith, you know. But this is why things are happening through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, because those elect men are waking up, you know. And like I said, even when it comes to two-thirds, you know, because it's nothing for the Lord to put his spirit on the two-third. Now we know that's, I'm speaking hypothetically because we know that's not going to happen. But in the hypothetical sense, there's nothing for the Lord to put his spirit on the two-third Jake, you know, a two-third man, Israelite man, for him to start prophesying. You know, it's nothing for the Lord to do that. So even when it comes to two-thirds, you know, that's why I said as long as there's an Israelite man around, there's always going to be a threat to Esau society. You know, that's why oftentimes back in the ancient world when it came to warfare, you know, if a place was taken over, oftentimes they would kill all the men. You know, if they were of age, all right, to eliminate the possible threats. You know, even when a king came to power, you know, they would eliminate the possible threats, and oftentimes, you know, that could, because a king will come up to the throne, and oftentimes, hey, he might take out his brothers, you know, nephews or whatever, you know, you see, because there would be a possible threat, you know. But again, you know, it boils down to the Israelite man, and again, just the fact that you have power, more power than you know, you know, more power than what you think, all through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, that's why, like it tells you in Revelation, those that stood on their feet, man, it's got these top wicked elites shit in their boots. All right. Matter of fact, because I quoted that wrong. Let me get it. In Revelation 11. Matter of fact, let's read verse 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall sing gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. All right, good to see it again. Everyone profited off of our downfall. And that's why, like I've mentioned before, for a man that knows his worth, his value, all right, a man that stands on principle, a man that stands his ground, he's a threat. And more specifically, an Israelite man. Because these people, they're so used to having their way with us. But this is why a man that's so-called, you know, woke, you know, he's a problem, you know, because again, the whole earth benefited off of our downfall, you know. So I'm gonna get to the point. Verse 11, Revelation 11:11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered to them, and they that stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Because you see, men are coming back into that, you know, to their more specifically, the Jake man, you know, to those of us, Slakia, to those of us in the know. Because Jake is waking up to an extent. Like I said, you got these quote-unquote woke Jakes, right? But more specifically, to those of us in the know. All right? To those of us in the know. You know, it's got these elite shit in their boots, man. Coming back into, replugging back into the power source. The power source. You know, I've said it before. You know, even when it comes to instances like, because, you know, let's say, for instance, Brothers get the curses down packed, right? And someone does you wrong, man. Hey, you it's like you walk around with the Glock loaded, man. Knowing them curses, hey, that's a powerful weapon. The Lord will fuck some shit up on your behalf, on our behalf. Again, that's just goes to show you the power that we possess, man. It gets to a point with me personally, if someone does me wrong, I don't even waste time putting curses up on them, because I already know the Lord's going to deal with them. For the most part, I don't even waste my time putting curses up on them. The Lord's going to get these people. But the Lord will shake shit up on your behalf. He will shake shit up on our behalf, man. Because again, that's that power we possess. Like I said, you brothers, man, you possess more power than than you think. When people see it, man, I'm telling you, people see it. They sensualize it, man. They can feel it. There's just something different about this guy, man. What's so different about him? People just want to come up and talk to you, and they can sense it, man. They sense that power. They sense it. I was telling the Jake, because this was a while ago, when I was doing this was sometime like last year, and I was telling the Jake this about how, because when I do a lot of the app-based jobs and stuff, so I do a lot of the Instacart and stuff, so for the most part I shop at the same stores, so I see the same people all the time. Pretty much everyone knows me and whatnot. But I remember one particular situation. A little pretty young thing. I would always see her. And she was always just looking defeated, down, or whatever. Like she's just not in the mood. Right? But I gave her a compliment one day. And boy, oh boy, because she had her nails done. So I complimented her nails. And boy, oh boy, did she come to life. She started, talking about how she got her hair. She was brought to life. She was brought to life. And ever since I've seen her, ever since then, man, every time I come in, she's just lively. It's almost like she's just sitting around. It's almost like she just sits around and she waits. Well, what's he gonna say today? Is he gonna nose my hair today? You could just see the vibration, the vibrancy. All off of a comment. All off of a comment that I gave her. Like I said, every time I see her, she's alive. She comes to life. I'll walk in. Like I said, she has that down and out spirit. She just, but as soon as I come in, she just comes to life. And, she's sitting around like a little puppy. Oh, what's he going to say today? And this has happened on a few occasions, like, before camp, on my way to camp, I would always go to not an herb shop, but, just a place where they get this, you get your, the sage and incense and stuff like that. Crystals and stuff like that, and another, almost another instance, another case, I would see the same chick, cute little Sheetamite, pretty young thing. I would see her every week, and me, I'd be about my business. I'd just be trying to be in and out. I don't be, but nevertheless, she came up one time and she asked something, I don't know, and I don't remember what I said, but basically gave her a compliment, and she, I kid you not, I'm not even exaggerating. She started. It was like she started hyperventilate. She just started, oh my God, no one's ever seen. It's just like, God damn. It's like, God damn. It's not that serious. Just a compliment. I don't even remember what it was, but it was just, just gave her a compliment. And again, there's the same Same thing. Ever since then, when I see her, she as soon as I come in the store, there's a vibe, she wants to talk and, hey, how you doing? And you know, she comes to life. You know, she just comes to life. You know, so like I said, there's plenty of examples of that. But again, just to show you the power that you possess, brothers. You brothers, the powers that you possess, the power that you possess. You know, forgot who I was telling this to, because you know, in this place where, especially and I was telling the Jake this yesterday, because again, we're in this society where, hey, Jake has no confidence, you know, especially for so-called black, brown people, man, you know, where the society is totally against us, you know. The society is totally against us. So Jake has no confidence. Jake can't even look themselves in the mirror, man. They can't even look themselves in the mirror. I think I was telling my demon this a while ago. Like, you got to learn to love yourself, man. You know, learn to love yourself. You know, I told my demon, I think it was my demon. I told her, like, you know what I do in the mornings? I talk to myself in the mirror. Yeah, I told my demon this. Yeah. You know, because when I get up in the mirror, hey, man, that's why I did a video not too long ago. Like, hey, remember the stock that you come from, Jake. Remember who you are. You know? Because I tell people from time to time, hey, you got to learn to love yourself. Look yourself in the mirror, man, and hey, you know, hey, and this is in all humility. All right, in all humility, hey, man, you got to hype yourself up, man. You know, you got to look yourself in the mirror like, hey, man, and tell yourself you're the shit. You know, tell yourself you're the shit. And like I said, it's in all humility. All right. But with that being said, because, you know, knowing Yahweh Shema Shah, that's going to come with a level of confidence. You know, that's going to come with a confidence, man, a level of confidence that we have to have. You know, a level of confidence we have to have, man. You know, because, hey, on one note, yeah, we're the people of Yahweh Shema Shah, but to those of us in the know, hey, the Lord is dealing with us. The Lord ain't dealing with these people. You know, the Lord is dealing with us. And you got to walk like it, talk like it, act like it. You know, you come in any place, man, you gotta walk in that bitch like you own the shit. You know, and again, it's all in all humility, you know. Jake's, you know, so used to walking down, they can't, you know, look straight, man. You know, walk with your chest on high, Jake. You know, walk like you own shit. You know, because me, hey, and I've said this before, more and more, man. And that's why I talk about how, hey, man, this shit is small. All this shit is small. You know, all this shit is small. All this shit don't mean nothing to a king, man. You know, more and more I look at this shit small. And I don't say that because I have a high stature, you know, as far as my physical stature, you know. It's just a level of confidence. All right. And people see that, man. People see that. You know, it's just something about brothers, man. It's something about you brothers. You know, you're walking and like I said, people, they just can't help but to talk to you. People can't help but to gravitate to you. You know, I remember, and it be Edomites doing this shit, and this shit be pissing me off because it's like, why are you touching me? You know, Esau, they're bold enough to, you know, them old wrinkly dusty Edomites, man, they be wanting to touch you, but they do be touching you. They be touching me and shit. I'm, you know, just having a conversation, trying to have a conversation, which is cool, but it's just like, Lord, why does Edomite have to put his hands on me? Why does she have to put her hands on me? You know, because these people can't help it. But not only that. People, you walk in and it's just like people kind of just get out your way. You know, they kind of get out your way. People want to be extra nice sometimes, you know, oftentimes they want to be extra nice. You know, I had one time, like I said, when I was doing my Instacart order, I was doing an order, you know, and the lady behind me, she was willing to pay. She just wanted to pay for the groceries, you know. Obviously, she thought I was shopping for myself, but You know, it's just things like that. It's things like that. People want to get out your way. Just, you know, they just kind of, you know, they see you coming, they just kind of want to get out your way and things like that, because you possess power, brothers. You're more powerful than you know. You know, you're more powerful than you know. You possess more power than you know, man. You know. But with that being said, because hey, there is a sense of to balance things out, man. There's a sense of duty that, you know. This does come. It comes with responsibilities. You know, it's not just to say that, because like we say all the time here in GMS Orlando, you know, the titles sound good. Jake, they want to be a king. It sounds good, but they don't want to deal with the responsibilities. So make no mistake about it. It's going to come with its, you know, bullshit as well. You know. So make no mistake about it. All right. Yeah, we all learning to be responsible and whatnot. You know, which is a part of being a man. You know, handling your responsibility. All right. So, nevertheless, I'm gonna get this, because like I said, like some of the examples that I've used. You know. Just giving a compliment, you know, and how that'll brighten someone's day, change the whole mood. You know, every time they see you, man, they want to, oh, what is he gonna say to me today? Oh, you know, like a little puppy. You know, just the tail start wagging and shit. Like, oh, there he is. You know, you brothers possess more power than you know. I'm gonna get this in Numbers 30, starting at 1. And Moses spake unto the heads of the children. And Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the Lord hath commanded. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with the bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. And that's another thing, because hey, you know, like I said, you brothers possess power, so be careful. You know, you'll fuck around and say something to your rib. I hope you die, bitch. Well, the Lord might fuck around and, you know, kill your wife, you know, even though you didn't mean it. The Lord, he'll hold you to it, you know. And speaking of, I remember a couple of years ago, man, I was heated. And that's why I use that example. You know, you fuck around and wish death upon your rib, man. The Lord will fuck around and come through. I remember a couple of years ago, man, you know, a couple of years ago, my demon pissed me off to the point I put curse up on her ass. You know, I put curse up on her ass, man. Now, thankfully, you know, the Lord didn't kill her, but the Lord definitely fucked her up. I'll just say that. The Lord fucked her up. And, you know, the Lord got her good, you know. And that's why I say, like, if someone does me wrong, someone pisses me off or whatever, it's not even worth putting curses up on them. The Lord's going to deal with them. Now, there was another instance. Again, my demon, she offended me. You know, it takes a lot for me to get offended. You know, it takes a lot for me to get to that point. But it was another case. Another case. This demon of mine, she offended me. I didn't say shit. As a matter of fact, I already knew. I knew the Lord was gonna fuck her ass up. I knew the Lord was gonna get her, and sure enough, the Lord got her ass again. Fucked her up again. It wasn't as bad as before, but the Lord got her ass. It was to the point, like I said, I knew the Lord was gonna do something to her. To the point, I prayed that the Lord showed her mercy. I knew the Lord was gonna get her ass. I just knew. You know, because you can't fuck around with the Lord's men, and you know, not expect nothing to happen. You can't do that. You know, you can't do that shit. You know, but the Lord got her ass again. You know, and I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. So be careful. Like I said all that to say, you fuck around and say some shit, the Lord will come through. You know, whether you intended it or not. But that just goes to show you the power that you brothers possess. That's why, reading in verse 3, it says, if a woman vow a vow unto the Lord, and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth, and her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she hath bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her, then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she hath. But if the father, Slakia, phone acting up. Bear with me. Verse 4. And if her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she hath bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace. Bear with me. Verse 4 again, Numbers 30:4. And her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she hath bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her, then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she hath bound her soul shall stand. But if her father disallow her in the day that he heareth, not any of her vows or of her bonds wherewith she hath bound her soul shall stand, and the Lord shall forgive her because her father disallowed her. So you see, again, all right, and that applies to when, for brothers that got wives too. Don't be ashamed. Hey, if you just so happen to overhear your rib praying for some shit, and it's some stupid shit, some silly shit, hey, you can disallow her, you can disannul her vow. Like, nah, Lord, fuck that. The hell with that. Because that's the power that you possess. Now, she praying for some, according to the Spirit, then hey, if you grant it, then hey, it'll come to pass. The Lord will do that. But then, like I said, if you overhear her talking and she on some false shit, like, nah, Lord, fuck that. Then hey, who do you think the Lord's going to favor? You see, you brothers, because again, you brothers are the ones that possess the power, man. You possess more power than you know. More power than you know, man. So that was just real quick. It was on my mind. Hopefully this is edifying. All praises to Yahweh Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully elect.